On the media, you said recently you don't feel there is a need for further regulation. In fact, you were prepared to look at letting some regulations go. Is that right?
Well, we've got an overall policy, Barry, right across the government of cutting regulation and red tape, and both telecommunications and the media, the broadcast media, obviously, are very heavily regulated. So what we are undertaking or commencing now is a study of the level of regulation. So the question is, what is the policy objectives these regulations seek to serve? Is that objective relevant any longer? If it's not, then the regulation should go. If it is still relevant, can we achieve the objective more cost effectively? So what I'm very focused on reducing the cost of doing business in my area, and all of my ministerial colleagues are doing the same thing in theirs.
And what about the cross-media arrangements? How relevant are they, given that they are based on a powerful and quite a prominent print media that's no longer the case?
Well, the print media is still powerful. It is not as powerful in the sense that the print slice of the overall media pie is smaller. It's still a very influential part of the media, but of course the whole online phenomenon has expanded the pie. Look, we haven't got any plans to change the cross-media laws, Barry, but these things are looked at and reviewed all the time. So I've got a very open mind to all regulation. But you shouldn't be anticipating any dramatic changes. And
you mentioned the online phenomena. It's easier for the ABC as a broadcaster, isn't it, to sort of fold themselves into this environment, easier than it is for the newspapers. And of course, it's free. The online content is free. Is this an unfair advantage to the ABC when the newspapers are looking for a more viable business model?
Well, Barry, the argument's always been able to be made against the ABC right from its very inception, that because it is funded by taxpayers' money, it has a unfair advantage. But let's say if you were to make the ABC funded by advertising, I don't think the broadcasters would be happy to have the ABC's outrating Channel 10 from time to time at the moment, so I don't think the free-to-air commercial broadcasters would like that. I mean, this is just part of our media landscape. The ABC is a absolutely vital part of our media, of our democracy, as are all the media. The ABC is a vital element in it. It is taxpayer funded, it always has been, and I believe it always will be. So I don't think the travails of Fairfax or the News Limited newspapers have got anything to do with the ABC. I mean, if people and I've said this before, Barry, and don't hope no one takes offence there on the panel, but if people at Fairfax or at News think that the struggles of their newspapers are due to the fact that the Drum's comment and opinion is free on the web, then I'm afraid to say they're focusing on the wrong problem. The issue is not the ABC. The problem the newspapers have got is the collapse of advertising. More people are reading newspapers, more people are reading Kerry Ann and Stutch and Malcolm Farr than ever before in print and online. The problem is that online, as Google in particular, has presented a more cost-effective advertising platform. So the frustrating thing for the print world is that they've got more readers than ever. In that sense, they're more influential than ever, but the advertising base has drained away. And, the ABC can't be blamed for that because it's not carrying ads. It's not offering an alternative advertising platform.
And given what you're saying, because taxpayers already pay once, you're not suggesting the ABC should be forced to charge for its content, so that removes one of the advantages that it has.
No, I'm not. I'm not, and I can't imagine anything the free-to-airs would be more upset about. I mean, some of the, if you look at take the ABC, look at ABC3, the children's channel. I mean, it's got massive ratings during the day. Now, that's advertising. That's advertising free. You can imagine if there was advertising on that. Imagine, it's unthinkable, right? But the bottom line is that the people can criticise the people in the commercial media criticise the ABC, but the last thing they want the ABC to do is start taking advertisements.
OK, we're almost running out of time, but just yesterday the Prime Minister met royalty in Sydney, of course, and he said he regretted that not every Australian is a monarchist, but Well, everyone feels like a monarchist. Did you feel like a monarchist yesterday?
No, I never feel like a monarchist.
All right, I've got a couple of quick...
But I'm glad the royal charisma overwhelmed everyone, even the Prime Minister, so that's good.
All right, I've got a couple of quick choice questions for you, but I think your tyre's a dead giveaway on this one. The first one, Roosters or Manly?
Roosters.
OK, and Albanese or Shorten?
Look, I don't know, Barry. You'd be closer to the Labor Party politics than I would. I don't know. Who do you think will win?
And you don't care?
Well, I mean, it's a matter for them. But I mean, what's your call?
I think it's generally very, very tight.
Yeah. Well, I can't pick it, and I just don't have any insight into it.
OK. Thanks for your time this morning.
Thanks a lot.